Good morning. Here is the news at 10. First, the highlights. Lagos State government prioritizes environmental cleanliness, urges residents to take action. INEC set to begin collation of Edo gubernatorial elections results. On the foreign scene, Israel orders 45 days closure of Al Jazeera broadcasting station. And in sport, Lagos State surpasses previous records at National Youth Games. Now the details. I am Dele Agadumo. The Lagos State government has urged residents, marketmen and women, artisans and commercial establishments to prioritize environmental cleanliness in order to prevent spread of all forms of diseases. Special Advisor on Environment, Olakunle Rotimi Akodu, made this known at the commemoration of the 2024 World Cleanup Day Sensitization Program held at Bada community in the Oshodi Solo local government area. Rotimi Akodo described the event as a global exercise with the 2024 theme, Make Room for Life, underscoring the fact that residents should inculcate the habit and make it a way of life by cleaning up the environment always and refrain from blaming the government once it rains and flash flood occurs. In her response, the Iyaloja General Oshodi Solo Market, Sekinat Adeyanju, expressed appreciation to the government for the laudable exercise, saying continuous efforts to clean up and sanitize the state by the government is for the best interests of all residents. She pledged that market women and men would continue to inculcate the culture of engaging in environmental sanitation always, as well as endeavor to dispose waste responsibly and patronize the PSP operators. The Lagos State Task Force has deployed additional patrol motorcycles across key areas of the state to tackle the menace of one-chance operators and other traffic-related crimes. Chairman of the task force, Adetayo Akerele, highlighted the areas with high incidence of traffic robberies to include Agege Motor Road, Fagba, Bagada Expressway, Iyanowuru, Oshodi Expressway, among others. Akerele said the added patrol units will improve the agency's ability to swiftly respond to incidents, track down criminals, and create a greater sense of safety for all motorists. He urged residents to continue reporting suspicious activities to the agency through the designated phone number 0808 9705 008 or the agency's social media handles. The Lagos State government, in collaboration with the Lagos Urban Development Initiative, LUDI, and other stakeholders, will observe the annual Car-Free Day in Lagos on Sunday, 22nd of September. The initiative is designed to encourage road users and motorists to set aside their cars for a day and embrace active and inclusive means of transport, such as cycling and walking, known as non-motorized transport. Commissioner for Transportation, Oluwaseun Oshiemi, explained that the primary aim of the initiative is to raise awareness about the benefits of non-motorized transport beyond reducing environmental pollution. It addresses the detrimental effects of insufficient physical activity on health. According to the World Health Organization, WHO, physical inactivity is the fourth leading risk factor for global mortality, accounting for 6% of global deaths. Now to the rest of the stories. The Independent National Electoral Commission has announced that the collation of results from the Edo State governorship election held on Saturday will commence this morning. This was issued in a statement by the Resident Electoral Commissioner in Edo State, Anubum Omoha. The REC assured the public that the collation process would be conducted with full transparency in line with the Commission's existing regulations. Omoha reiterated the Commission's commitment to ensuring the collation process follows the laid-down guidelines, adding that the patience and cooperation of all parties involved were appreciated. The The Economic Community of West African States, ECOWAS Commission, has reassured that funds will not delay the Lagos-Abidjan highway corridor as construction of the 1,068 kilometers project begins in 2025. Chairman, Ministerial Steering Committee and Nigeria's Minister of Works, David Umahi, stated this at the 21st Steering Committee meeting of the Lagos-Abidjan Corridor Highway Development Project in Lagos. Umahi said the design, conceptualization and funding mechanisms of the Lagos-Abidjan Corridor Highway Project, which was initiated since 11 years ago, had funding partners which include African Development Bank, among other financiers.
We have a number of funding partners, especially the African Development Bank. They've been part of every process, in the development of this project and the way we are. We won't have problems about the funding because they have indicated very strong interest and commitment towards the realization of the project. The heads of member states of ECOWAS they've met to agree to do a road project about 1,068 kilometers from Lagos to Abidjan.
Umahi maintained that the ministers of the 5 countries, Republic of Benin, Togo, Ghana, Cote d'Ivoire and Nigeria had met and discussed on the adoption and approval of the technical designs. Speaking on the objective of the project, Minister of Roads and Highways in Ghana, Francis Asenso Boke, said the road infrastructure, when completed, would boost inter-regional trade, enhance economic growth and showcase the tourism potential of member states.
And when it comes to road, in fact, evidence abounds that helping to connect communities, whether through roads, bridges, we are promoting trade, we are promoting tourism, we are promoting economic activities and general social life. Countries like the United States started their economic boom because they were able to connect their individual states through highways. And I believe that is the fundamental understanding we have in trying to connect these important countries in West Africa.
The high points of the event were a presentation of technical designs by the experts committee, which is made up of engineers from all the 5 member countries, review of project designs by a ministerial steering committee, as well as technical advice from the African Development Bank, among other financiers. And now to foreign news. Israeli forces has raided the offices of news broadcaster Al Jazeera in Ramallah in the occupied West Bank and ordered it to close for an initial period of 45 days. Armed and masked Israeli soldiers entered the building during a live broadcast, while viewers watched as the troops handed the closure order to the network's West Bank bureau chief, Walid al-Omari, who read it out live on air. In April, the Israeli parliament passed a law giving the government power to temporarily close foreign broadcasters considered a threat to national security during the war. It will be recalled that Israel has earlier raided Al Jazeera's offices in Nazareth and occupied East Jerusalem in May, having described the Qatar-based broadcaster as a threat to national security. And now, sports. As the 2024 National Youth Games in Asaba Delta State winds down, Director General of Lagos State Sports Commission, Leko Fatodu, has reiterated the commitment of the present administration of Governor Sanwo-Olu to sports and talent development as Team Lagos surpassed the previous record of the NYG. Speaking on the milestone achievement at the closing ceremony, Fatodu said that the future of sports, particularly in talent and grassroots development, which is the focus of the NYG, lies with Lagos State. He noted that Lagos has proven with the remarkable outing at the National Showcase designed for the under-15 athletes, saying the state should be looked out for in future championships to improve on the performance. It will recall that Lagos trounced host Delta in the basketball final, proving the level of the Eco Girls' dominance in the dunking game, which ended 10-8. Another interesting outing for Team Lagos is the stellar performances from the athletes in boxing, sweeping all 4 gold medals available in the event. And that is our news at 10. Just before we go, maintain adequate distance from the vehicle ahead of you to avoid collision. You can follow us and like all our various social media platforms: X at Traffic Radio 961, Facebook Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM, Instagram Lagos Traffic Radio 961. Subscribe and watch your news and programs live on YouTube at Traffic Radio 961. You can also visit our website www.trafficradio961.ng. Did you know the Seoul administration constructed watchtowers with alarm bells and perimeter fences in model colleges? You can get more details on the Lagos State Government website. To end the news are the highlights of the major stories. The Lagos State Government has urged residents, marketmen and women, artisans and commercial establishments to prioritize environmental cleanliness in order to prevent spread of all forms of diseases. The Independent National Electoral Commission has announced that the collation of results from the Edo State governorship election held on Saturday will commence this morning. Also told you that Israeli forces has raided the offices of news broadcaster Al Jazeera in Ramallah in the occupied West Bank and ordered it to close for an initial period of 45 days. And in sport, as the 2024 National Youth Games in Asaba Delta State winds down, Director General of Lagos State Sports Commission, Leko Fatadu, has reiterated the commitment of the present administration of Governor Sanwo-Olu to sports and talent development, as Team Lagos surpassed the previous record of the NYG. For contact with the newsroom, send a message to info@trafficradio961.ng. That is news broadcast compiled by Adisuwa Ijoyoka. I am Dele Agadumo.